Hey everybody, how's it going? Thank you again so much for being here for another great lesson from Big Wave Guitar. I'm your humble instructor, Dan the Guitar Man. Today we're going to be taking a look at this super sweet love song, Hey There Delilah by the Plain White T's. It's a really great little simple song with some awesome cool little chord voicings and some really basic finger picking patterns, which I think you'll really enjoy playing. But before we jump into the lesson, if you could please be so kind as to like this video and subscribe to the channel. That way you get to stay up to date on all the great lessons, the videos, the tutorials, practice tips, all the great general guitar knowledge that we share here. It would be greatly appreciated. Thank you again so much for being here today and checking out this video, and let's get to the lesson. First chord we're going to need today is D major. We're going to play that by putting our first finger on the second fret of the G string and our second finger on the third fret of the B, and we're going to use our thumb to play the open D string. Next chord we're going to need is F sharp minor, which we're going to play by putting our third finger on the fourth fret of the D string and then bar our first finger over the second frets of the G and B strings. So first finger gets both the second fret of the G and B strings, with the thumb playing the fourth fret of the D string. Next chord we're going to need is B minor, which we're going to play by putting our first finger on the second fret of the A string, our second finger on the third fret of the B, and our third finger on the fourth fret of the G. And use our thumb to pluck that low A string. Next chord we're going to need today is our old buddy G major, which we're going to play by putting our middle finger, our second finger, on the third fret of the low E string. And then we're going to use our first finger to pluck that open G string and our middle finger to pluck the open B string. So middle finger here with our thumb plucking the low E. First finger on G, middle finger on B. Last chord we're going to need today is A major, which we're going to play by putting our first finger on the second fret of the G and B strings. So you're going to bar your first finger over the second fret of those two strings, and then with your thumb you're just going to play that open A string. Okay, just to show you what's going on with the right hand, our thumb is going to be playing the bass notes that are going to be located primarily on the D, A, and E strings. Right? For D and F sharp, you're going to be playing the bass note right here on D. For the B string, for the B chord, B minor and A major, your bass note's going to be on the A string, and for the G major, your bass note's going to be on the low E. So your thumb will be jumping from string to string over the course of the song for the different chords. But your first and second finger are not going to change. Your first finger is going to get the G string every time, and your middle finger is going to get the B string every time, and they're going to actually work as a team. So every time you pluck, you're going to pluck together with those two fingers. So for that D chord, to the F sharp, D, F sharp, B minor, thumb jumps up to the A string, G major, thumb jumps up to the E string. To A major, you jump back down. B minor again. A major. Back to D. So for the intro and verse of the song, we're just starting out with that D major shape to the F sharp minor for 2 bars, and then we jump in with the lyrics, and it goes through all the chords, which we'll go through right now. Just as a little tip, I'm setting up my first finger to bar the first 2 or the 2nd fret of the G and B strings regardless of the D chord, because it just makes it so much easier to transition to the F sharp, having my first finger already be there, set up, ready to go. Right? So see if you can kind of get comfortable with that position of barring your first finger for a little bit of a long period of time there, but it'll make a big difference in the smoothness of the chord changes. All right, so let's run through the verse one time. We'll do it at a regular speed, and then we'll do it a little slow. And keep an eye on my right hand here too. The thumb is going to be changing strings for the different bass notes, but my first and second finger will not change off of the G and B strings respectively. Okay, here we go. Super slow. So for the chorus of the song, it's super simple. We're just jumping between 2 chords, the D major shape and the B minor shape. Now in this instance, my middle finger is not going to move at all. It's going to be rooted for both of those chords. And my first finger is going to have to do a little jumping up to that 2nd fret of the A string. And I just drop my ring finger down to make that full B minor. Right? So a little bit of a jump. So we'll play through it a couple times, regular speed, and then we'll do it super slow. Super slow. So for the bridge of the song, the last part, it's all the same chords we've already been using, just in a slightly different order, okay? So we're going to play through the whole thing one time, and we'll do it again super slow. So there you go. You've got everything you need now to play Hey There Delilah by the Plain White T's. I really hope you enjoy it. You've got all the parts, you got all the chords, the finger picking patterns. It's all there for you. Just put it all together. I know you can do it. Thank you again so much for being here. Really do appreciate it. Again, please like and subscribe if you could be so kind. And like I said, thanks again so much, and we'll see you again next time. Be good.